you want to learn to make money consistently, then I guess this is a place for you to start. I'm going to be showing you today a live example of me live trading that I did previously, uploaded within the crew, and this is going to be really going through the order flow aspect of things. So I'd recommend actually going watching the previous video I did, which will be linked, discussing all the order flow, open interest, CVD aspects of everything, and this is going to be me putting it into practice for you to understand and showing you how I'm actually executing live in the time. No bullshit, nothing like that, just straight up execution and how I'm taking my profits, etc. Hope you'll enjoy. Really simply, I'm just looking for a potential swing failure pattern off of my stop level. There's going to be a separate, if you do the mentoring, you know how these are come about anyway. But yes, looking for a swing failure pattern of this. Going to be looking for potential trapped shorts going into the lows. If we get the buying balances back up, really simply take a trade. Other than that, I'm not really interested in anything. So we'll see how this progresses, and I'll talk you through this as we go along. Positions closing, shorts opening. This is what I see as one side getting overly aggressive potentially. So we shall see if this pans out. Again, it is quite small, but in front of my face is quite large. Okay, you can see selling imbalances coming down now. Really simply, selling imbalances. No reason to long, no reason to long now. Yes, I'm in a long now. There you go, market long. That is it. Stop loss now below that low, and call it there. That wasn't all of it then, don't worry. This we're actually going to go through now is going to be me rewatching the video, rewatching myself taking the trade and breaking it down as to why I took the trade in more detail, because during the time when I'm actually taking the trade, there's a lot of things going through my head, so I can't break it down into exact picture point in the live in the moment there. But what you're going to now see now is me going over it again, rewatching it and breaking it down as much as I can for you. So go and enjoy that. This price is now starting to move, and I really want to just talk you through exactly really what I'm looking at here. You can see me fiddling around with everything, putting it down to, in this case here, you can see I've changed it. You can't see at the top here, but I've moved it to a 5-minute time frame. So for the more intraday scalps off of these stop hunt levels, or any swing failure pattern on the lower time frame, I really like the 5-minute. For the more higher time frame, you can go up to the 30-minute. I think that's a great one as well. And basically we can see prices coming down to the level. Now, two things to keep in mind here. On the left hand side, bottom left, I've got out a delta cluster chart. I really like to look at the net longs and net shorts. Volume chart top left, again also showing net longs, net shorts. I'm looking at the high low of the candle. So yes, that was what I was referring to before. You can see here HL stands for the high low, looking for that low liquidity below certain levels, and coming into levels. So you can see me at this point here, I was discussing, okay, bigger candle here, I said 139. So if you zoom in here, you should be able to see that roughly we're 80, the high low typically has been around 80, 100. Then you see like 140 roughly. A bit of what that shows to me is that we've got less liquidity. So less volume is taken. 5 million to move price a lot more means there's little volume coming in, less liquidity, less people actually trying to hold price up at that point in time, and taking less less money to move the market. You can see I'm looking at shorts increasing, net longs decreasing. Waiting to see now, do we get a swing failure pattern? My main point of reference, really what I'm looking at is, I'm looking at this side, this left hand side here, the imbalances, the net longs, the net shorts, really crucial for me. That for me is going to tell me what is going to, essentially, do I pull the trigger or not? So that's why you can see me here, right? What I did there was I shrunk up the net short so I can get really closer in-depth view as to, are people opening here below the low? And that was what my interest was at the time. And I wanted to do that before price actually hit the lows there. So, we're coming down, and you can see here, there we go. We broke the low, bang. We broke the low, and I've noticed this first initial thought process here, which in my head I'm seeing, you can see the net shorts really increasing upon breaching that low, selling imbalances increased, net longs decreasing, the one side of the market overextended, as I always like to explain it. Yeah, we've seen it, and I'm saying to myself, come back above the level now. That's going to pull the trigger for me. Boom, we're above the level. That is me pulling the trigger there. Not essentially seeing the buying balances on that 5-minute chart, but what you can do, and what I tend to do is, again, this will become with more experience, I'd say the 2-minute time frame is a good one. 2 minutes on the delta cluster is really good as well. 2 minutes 20 ticks, and that noise going off there in my back of my ear is take profit, one hit on that trade. But we'll go into that as well. Looking at that aggressive selling really coming in down there, right? Really aggressive selling with the buying coming back out of it, right? Yeah, as you can see here, we've just shot up really aggressively, and what a trade that has been. Yeah, so I've hit my take profit one at that previous day low, and yeah, what a trade these stops are. So hope you lot enjoyed that. Again, tried to cut out all the nonsense and all the bullshit really that was cutting in between all of that, so it was just literally purely TA, order flow, and all of that juicy stuff in my opinion. Again, if you lot want to see stuff like this again, please go over to toruscrypto.com. I'm going to show you the website now. So this is the website, toruscrypto.com. Once you're over here, obviously go to the crew. If you so wish, you can see we've got all of our stuff here, live trading, playbook, all the different setups and stuff that we got going on. I won't waste your time too much on this, but if you want more of that stuff, then obviously go over to the crew and go purchase if you so wish.